feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave. And I did call into the stream. I ain't gonna lie, I was lit, but I didn't
Obviously,
call in. I don't know this timestamp on me calling in still, but let's see if we can figure it out. No, I think that's it. Where is it?
12, 18, 3. Let's cook. Of course. They might make Wagyu steak with that. What?
Okay. Does anybody have the timestamp?
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Motivation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I get it.
Like, whatever. Like, as a cow or as an individual?
Years ago.
Does anybody got a timestamp? Anybody got a timestamp? This is a full stream, so I want to play the full clip in context and kind of explain to you guys, or at least react to it, because you know a lot of people have hit me left, right, and center, pause, with like what they feel I should, you know, be thinking about this stream. Oh, here it is. Okay. Wow, I magically clicked it. It's crazy. Okay, all right. So here we are. Let's go to this.
Call, please.
Wow, like one dog up front.
Call.
Okay. Let me think. Cause I want to actually give a good call.
So,
Well,
they call Los Pollos, and they're gambling or whatever. And I keep telling you, the rumor I got was that Drake signed a $180 million kick deal or a steak deal that involves him streaming once a month promoting steak. He promotes steak all the time. It's a gambling deal. Now, this is a very historical and, you know, we don't even know any artist beyond Drake that's gotten $180 million for like 2 years or whatever it is for even a record deal. But Drake is Drake is a money guy, okay? By the way, I'm not trying to make this sound good. I'm just trying to tell you what it is. Because I hear people say the same things to me all the time. Drake is streaming with Adin or XQC, or he's streaming exclusively on Kick because he has $180 million worth of reason, okay? The reason why they're calling Los, I believe Los has a deal over there too, okay? Now, me and Kick, we've kind of talked, like, if I signed to Kick, I'm pretty sure he'd probably be more incentivized. I'm not saying he would. But I constantly see why people are saying, why is he streaming with these guys? And I'm telling you the reason, but nobody likes to hear me tell you the truth. Drake isn't just trying to stream. This is an obligation. This is a deliverable for $180 million. Okay?
You get rent for everything though, or you got money?
We have
like,
Slots. Like, yeah, I gotta see.
like what speaks to you?
Yeah, so he's with Los.
mental too. I like.
Now, I've seen some people say, does he have braids again? I don't know.
There's a new mental?
Yeah. What? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
I don't know. I gotta see it.
You want the X-hole, I know you.
The fuck is that shit?
Which one?
That's the one right here.
It's no. It's the one in the top right.
Yeah,
Okay.
experimental, but you want X-hole first, no? You just want to try one, no?
It's a good one, honestly.
So.
Oh no. Not oh shit.
I got you, no, right? Sorry,
Okay.
my bad. Sorry, I clicked the wrong
Los,
thing.
it didn't even.
Right. Okay.
This could
Mm-mm. 10's minimum.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
It's up to you.
So Los pretty much hangs up after whatever, and I call in, or I think Adin Ross calls me back. I don't know whatever happened, and let's just watch the whole interaction.
God.
Yeah?
I mean...
What do you want?
What do you want?
Now, that's me on the phone. And, you know, by the way, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm a little torn because I know there's two sides of the audience that's like having opinions about this. There's half are K-bots, and they want me very desperately to turn against Drake. And I do, and like, with all due respect to Drake fans, I think if the day ever came that I turned against Drake, it would be a very bad day. It would be D-Day. because you know how I get. But I'm not that person who's disloyal. I've always been loyal to the people who I have, either friendships with or I have situations with or we have understandings. I'm not a guy who says, yo, people are saying Drake lost a battle. It's probably the time to turn heel like his WWE. Kick his back in and you motherfucking go to the roof. There's YouTubers right now that were unknown that in that era of the battle, them picking K-Dot and them just rocking on that side, they have whole careers now. I've never been that guy to just be like the fly-by-night guy to be like, well, it's convenient to kick his back in. You guys know this about me, right? I'm still cool with 6ix9ine, right? Shit, I even told him, I'm like, yo, I might be back in Miami this week or next week, unless I go to Japan or some shit. And I'm like, yo, me and 6ix9ine, we gonna kick it and turn up again. I don't give a fuck if y'all think he's cold. I don't give a fuck if y'all say we don't want to see him. That's my friend. That's my guy. I've always been like that with people that have been good to me. So I know there's K-bots who just want to see me turn against Drake. And here's the thing. And when I see that, I'm ultimately honored. You know why I'm ultimately honored? Because it's like the K-bots acknowledge that they couldn't completely finish the job off. And part of them finish the job off is trying to get me to go against Drake. They're like, we almost got him. But he still has like a little bit left. If Act turns on him, we finally got him. You're going to be waiting a long time, okay? So I think that's respectful. Actually, I think that's a source of respect where you have people that don't like the nigga hoping I turn against him that they could further their agenda. Now, there's actual supporters. And these actual supporters are like, yo, Act, we have seen you from time to time. You selflessly give out so much love and support to all these guys. You know, I've always said I blew up in this shit because I was the ultimate fan. And people look at it and be like, yo, when you've been the backing of all these guys, I'm going to give you some examples. When I did, one of the reasons I speak highly about 6ix9ine, they called every outlet to do an interview with 6ix9ine when 6ix9ine was accused of whatever in some viral video with like this girl. Nobody would do an interview with him. Not one person. Breakfast Club wouldn't do it. World Star wouldn't do it. Hot 97 wouldn't do it. Nobody would do it. I got asked to do it. And I remember at first I was like, whoa, because I was kind of like consulting a bit. I was giving PR strategy to them. But they're like, yo, we can't get nobody to do the interview. Could you do the interview? And I was like, oh, okay. I was trying to tell you how to go get this shit. I mean, kind of course corrected. I didn't mean y'all should say, ask me to do it. Nevertheless, I actually thought about it and I said I would. When I did the interview, 6ix9ine always remembered that every other person said, we don't want to talk to you. That's very important. And when you guys talk about, no matter what you say about me in media, you can't find another me. You don't find that person who is selflessly helping or promoting people or things because they just like it. And also, I do think it's a little bit unfair because you guys think that I should expect certain things. Now, with me and 6ix9ine, that's my boy. My dude been to my house. Like, I've went to Miami. He give me the Rolls Royce to go drive. Like, bro, like, that's my guy, bro. Like, so if 6ix9ine, like, I would feel hurt with 6ix9ine. It's the reason I have the relationship with Young Boy. It's really the reason I've had a relationship like that, even with 21 and other people. Now, before I ever, I think people are always trying to contextualize this Drake and me relationship, which is so interesting and odd because they don't do it for anyone else. I'll give you an example. Jay-Z. I don't think people have looked at any media outlet and say, you owe them things because they support you or because you're their favorite. But they do look at it with me and Drake. And I understand it because these people who I'm talking about are my supporters or people who fuck with me and they just want to see like, bro, if you support somebody, they should support you back. I agree. This notion that Drake doesn't fuck with me. It's like an amazing running joke, or it's like an amazing and I know y'all gonna be like, yo, Ak is delusional. Yo, I seen a blog put up saying, me talking on the phone here is the first time I've talked to Drake ever on stream. Yo, Drake is like, this is off stream. Drake is FaceTiming me from the club. Me and Drake was, cause you know, I don't want to get too much into it. My man Grand shit got leaked. We're like, yo, I put a bet. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get his shit back first. Drake like, cause Drake communicates with me, communicates with Grand. Drake like, nah, I'm gonna get it back. We're arguing over this. Drake called me from the club, goes outside like, yo, Ak, yo, I got the passwords. Yo, I'm gonna send you the. Me and Drake, it's a relationship that I don't like that fans or anybody makes, whereas like I'm like an ex-girlfriend or like a child to him. I'm a complete autonomous business individual who have made millions of dollars off covering the biggest artists, and he's seen the benefits of that, but I've seen the benefits too. Don't treat me like a child. Not with this situation. Okay? It's not like I'm thinking that, oh no, Drake is my best buddy. To me, I look at it more like, yo, we're associates. I think I am one of the biggest fans of his, but I'm going to be honest with you. Half of the reason I was pulling for Drake to win the battle with Kendrick, the first half is because I'm one of his biggest fans. The second half was I want to be, business-wise, it will be booming even more when you're aligned with the guy who wins. So it's also business. And I don't know why people keep bringing it to like, I'm like a little brother who gets nothing out of this. Like, that's the thing where I'm like, yo, I understand my audience being protective of me, but y'all also have to understand that there's mutual benefits. Like, I'm not saying me and Drake are like me and 6ix9ine. I'm not saying that. Right? What I'm saying is that there's mutual benefits out of this shit, and that's what you should know, to not in every situation be like, damn, why you trying to play you like that? Here's the context to this conversation that I think you guys should understand. Bro, Drake ain't really trying to do a live stream or an interview right now at all. This is deliverable for steak. Ak is a wild card. I'm not on some pre-planned board that says Ak is going to call in and say this. I could have called in and be like, yo, Drake, what you think about that? Yo, you think Kendrick dropped you think his Luther video better than no kid? I could have said anything. I think when I call in, Drake is usually kind of bracing himself because I could say anything. I could try to make a headline. I could literally bring up something that Aiden's not going to bring up, right? Like, for example, I just said, or I stood with you. I could have said anything. That's me. I do think that Drake is a little bit braced. I don't think Drake is going on this platform to really have conversations. He's going there to get his $180 million. So when I call in and y'all are like, why isn't he happy to talk to you? Because he don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. Now, granted, I get the stream and I'm not going to fuck up the energy. You know what I mean? I could have said some wild fuck shit or be like, yo, bro, what you feel about Dot being number one? Nigga, you ain't been number one. I could have said that, but that's not the vibe. But I'm not going to, this is not even a place to do this. But I do think he's a little bit on edge. I'm going to keep it a bean. I think he's a little on edge. So that's why he's like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Now, here's another thing that people don't understand. Every time I've talked to Drake, it's never been like we're best buddies. I told you this before. He told me the greatest thing, and I respect it a lot. He said, Ak, I look at you like Skip Bayless, and I'm LeBron. And he's like, part of your job, I know, is to say the things about me to push me. Whether it's, he ain't clutch. That's what Skip says about Braun. Or you're going to have your criticisms of mine. We're not supposed to be best buds. So just to let that be clear, that was the sentiment. We're not supposed, like, it's only during this time where, like, he's beefing with Kendrick. So, like, I'm kind of almost like, nah, that's my man. Like, that's Drake. That it seems like we're best or we're cooler, but we're not supposed to be best buds. I'm supposed to be the person that's critical, and he's supposed to be the person that's saying, yo, act, man, like, yo, you losing touch, man. You need to go to the club, man. The bitches are loving this shit. It's supposed to be like that. Okay? So, for whatever reason, I feel like y'all expect us to have like that. Like, I'll tell you something. And I would never tell you otherwise, but I'm a little lit. Like, for example, like, only 6ix9ine could hit me up and be like, yo, bro, I forgot what I was talking about. And it was in the last couple months, and 6 hit me. 6 was like, yo, act. Yo, I know you do your job, but you, on this situation here, bro, you hurt me as a friend. And I understood it because even though I have to do my job, I do consider him as a friend. And that differs among other things. You get what I'm saying? It's something that's not me and Drake, bro. Like, that's not me and Drake. I think Drake knows that not only me, but I have a team that fucks with his music. We do respect him, and usually we see things in his benefit in even how we report stuff, but nobody is taking what that relationship is to say we're best friends. And as long as you understand that, and it doesn't mean that we're just like straight business associates, right? Because, like, yo, we fuck with a lot of mutual people. Like, in comparison, the only nigga who I ever talked to over at TDE before was really Dave Free. None of them would talk to me no more. Like, you know what I mean? After I started leaking certain shit, everybody who used to talk to me at TDE stopped talking to me because they even told me, they were like, yo, people are thinking because I'm cool with you, I'm telling you the shit. I'm like, no, like, you know how to figure shit out. But people think like we're buddy-buddy. We're not buddy-buddy, okay? And if I was buddy-buddy, I would tell you. Okay, so that's my little spiel. Let me just kind of let this play and whatever.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Yo,
I could.
gambling. I'm watching this dream. I'm just telling. I just gotta tell Drake when he performs somebody who loves you. I'm going crazy. It's the song of the summer. Every time I'm in Miami, I touch down. Hottest song ever.
That's just facts. I ain't gonna lie about it. I was lit when I called in. Again, I could have called it on some messy shit. I always think, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Drake wants to have like a real interview right now. And by the way, I will say this, like, because I feel like this is what y'all want. I'll give y'all a little bit of this. If Drake starts to do interviews and he doesn't holler at me, I'm gonna start now feeling disrespect. I'm gonna hold you. I'm going to start feeling disrespect. Because at the moment, and this is me be very honest. At the moment when everybody caved on you, even every media personality who you've promised them interview, he's never promised me an interview. I was the only solid nigga to say, I'm not some bitch who's gonna be just mad he ain't give me an interview to switch on him. He's my favorite artist. Does he do fuck nigga shit? He fucks mad niggas bitches? I've never agreed with that. But, like, I've kept it fair with that. But am I going to just start being mad biased to just call him a piece of shit all around and slander his music, which a lot of these media dudes have done because he's either fucked their bitch, which, by the way, I always understand. I've always said, like, yo, if Drake fucks your girl, you should hate him. But some of these other guys are just mad because he never gave him an interview. I'm not going to be that person. Now, granted, because of that, I will be honest and say, if and by the way, every time I start talking like this, they're like, yo, why is Act copying? Yo, there's no such thing as a Jamaican man copying Toronto. No disrespect to Toronto, but the reason why Toronto accents are the way they are is because of Jamaica. I was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica. I can't copy a Toronto accent. Toronto copied Jamaica. Okay, so it's like, please. I've seen some people say that. I could never do that. But I will say, if Drake started doing a few interviews, and I've seen it, like, obviously with hip hop outlets, that's another thing y'all don't realize. Bro, me and Drake are not gonna do the goofy sit there and not talk about nothing thing. Let's be honest, okay? If I see Drake with any hip hop outlet doing interviews and he ain't holla at the boy, we might have to spark it on him. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a fact. That's a fact. But I'm always honest about that. Him doing some shit with like Pokemon or Bobby Altoff or Adin Ross, and Adin fucks with hip hop a lot too. But it's like, bro, it's a gambling stream. It's not an interview, my nigga. Does that make sense though? Yo, like if he go do Elliot Wilson, man, it's up for that nigga, bro. If he go do Joe Budden's show, man, if he go do Matt, I don't care who, anybody in hip hop without coming and saying, yo, Ak, you held me down when everybody, and by the way, these are facts because I had these conversations with him. Yo, Ak, he knows this. Everybody's turned on me. Ak, you the only nigga giving me a fair shake. I fuck with you. I respect you for that. Never asked for nothing. I don't ask for like nothing. Actually, I only said it. Just make sure Grand get them tickets because my boy Grand had to get some tickets. So don't play now. But I don't ask for interviews and shit like that. If he start doing that, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to probably be like, but I think that's deserved at that point because at that point, I think that's wild disrespectful. So I'll tell you where my level is because some people keep thinking like I'm some abused ex where it's like, somebody said, yo, Drake could spit in the air and I could be like, what is this? Is this right? No, nigga. I don't give a fuck about him doing this. Like, again, even like with Kanye, right? Me, like I was telling Kanye, I'm going to come to Japan. We do part 2 as an interview, but you do a stream with Adin. Bro, you don't think I could say do a stream with me? Even though he already kind of did? Like, no. Adin, huge streaming world. That's his thing. Me and you, we get the interview in. Media personality, hip-hop is good. So, I'll tell you where that level of disrespect or respect is. You get what I'm saying? I'll be honest again. It come around to tour time, and I asked Drake, I don't care if I asked him for 50 tickets. I see all them fake niggas on stage with him walking out hand in hand. They grabbing a mic. They all up in there. And Act got to be at Will Cole thugging it out with Live Nation. Oh, it's up. I'm being honest. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Bruh, I'm always 100. Ask Grant. Well, Grant ain't gonna tell you nothing. Nigga, Grant, Grant, I ain't trying to air you out. Grant was too scared to ask Drake for tickets. And I was like, Grant, Grant, you're running my second account and like y'all going crazy for Drake. I said, bruh, hold on. I'm gonna ask him. If Drake don't get him tickets, nigga, it's up, nigga. I ain't gonna Drake basically said, whatever Grant want, I want to meet the nigga. I love him, blah, blah, blah. So everything was good. But still, like, yeah, no, there are limits. So don't get it like this is like, but the things y'all are saying, bro, he's on stake, not trying to talk about shit. Now, do I think he's smart? Yes, because he'll say little things. Like, he's realized now that leaning too much into the Kendrick shit gets him bad press. So even this stream, he barely talked about or like said things that could be alluded to Kendrick. It doesn't look good. Like, people are going to look at it like you're dragging it, and then when Kendrick comes back again and kick your back in, people are going to be like, you deserve it. So you'll notice, other than that boxing thing, which was still innocuous, he's trying to stay away from the Kendrick shit. You could get that away with streaming with XUC, Adin Ross. You're not going to get that away if me and you have to do some shit and act like the battle never happened, right? And I'm pretty sure they tell these niggas, or these niggas just know not to ask, like, bro, we're not talking about that. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Somebody says, I need to pull up to wireless. Now, if I pull up to, well, first of all, if I pull up to wireless, Vibes Cartel hold me down, because Cartel's there. The only thing I'll say though, I give a lot of credit to Vibes Cartel people Yo, even me standing outside the Barclays for like an hour and a half or whatever, yo, Vaz Cartel heard about that, was mad, bro. Vaz Cartel did hold me down a lot more, even though, of course, I love his music more than Drake, so respectfully. But still, I feel like because I do hip-hop shit, I've been supporting Drake more. That's the only argument y'all could ever make. I ain't gonna lie. I shouldn't have a Kanye interview before Drake. I'll be honest. I shouldn't. Like, Ye shouldn't be hitting me like, when we doing part 2? Before Drake tell me about part. I'll be honest with that. I'll keep it a bean. But I know it's gonna happen in due time. And also, you see, I'm also not like some salty nigga that be like, bro, niggas like Drake, like Rihanna don't do interviews. Kendrick don't do interviews. I know you might think it's an interview, it's not an interview. But in the appropriate time, and I'll know if that hotline don't bling, it's up for Drake. I ain't gonna hold you. We're not playing. And what I mean is up. Now on some salty shit. Just that, bro, you know, I'll call things out. I just want y'all to know I'm not some abused ex that can't see disrespect. I'm telling you where my line of disrespect is with Drake. Drake started doing hip-hop interviews, and he don't do one with me. Now I know when niggas was trying to end you and they was trying for like 2 years to get me to kick your back in and me staying solid, you was fake. That's a fact. Nigga, I'm saying it now. That ticket and snafu shit, and by the way, I excused that ticket and shit a long time ago, because when I did go to the concerts, bro, he was trying to see me after the pause. Like, that sounds gay. He was trying to, come back here, let's kick it. I want to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I was too drunk, bro. Like, that's not his fault. I was too drunk. Everybody hit me. Boy Wonder's hitting me. This nigga hit me. It's not his fault. So again, I don't want to make him look shitty when he's not shitty. But if he did do something shitty, and it was even to me, like, just know that there are limits, that I would just be honest with you. Like, whatever. But if you're wondering why this tone is like this, because they're like, yo, you sound like the annoying brother he doesn't fuck with. He's not trying to talk about nothing. He called Los Pollos to talk about what should they bet on slots. Let's keep it going.
Hey,
I need to see with the Henny bottle then.
Yeah, where's the bottle at? He's drinking. You know he is. Look, of course he's on Don Julio. Look.
You never gave me the sponsorship still, but yo, Drake, hey, the hottest song on the album, Somebody Who Loves You, you on B&D, I'm telling you, I'm rushing the stage when you perform that. I'm rushing it.
I'll let you be on stage. How about that, man?
Throwing Chubbs out the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's crazy.
Chubbs is definitely watching.
Now, another thing, too, I'm going to say, and I know this is all going to be taken as like Stockholm Syndrome, like, oh, you really just don't. Bro, the Drake you hear and the Drake's personality, it bleeds through a little bit when it's moments like this. Like, if you interact with Drake outside of this other, like, everybody can see shit, bro, he's a little bit of an asshole. But it's not an asshole. He just think he's funny. The nigga think he got jokes. So it's not like he's just joking on you. Like, he expects you to get jokes back on him. Nigga, when I'm with Party at the concert and we call Drake, nigga, I'm frying him up too. I fried him up about? I say, yo, Drake. I say, I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I don't even know if it was me. But I was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, I ain't see you pop out nowhere in the U.S. but Houston since the battle. Like, yo, bro. So I started trolling him. I said, bro, when are you gonna go to Delilah with the chains on? And I said, bro, you can't go there. Yeah, you definitely can't. He's like, who can't go where? I'm like, bro, you know it's clipped. Yo, we're trolling each other back and forth, bro. Like Drake's a little bit of an asshole. That's why, like, when people keep saying he's changed, I didn't know him when he was in, like, pre-2017. I've never talked to him. Drake is a little bit of an asshole. I'm telling you. He makes sick jokes. Not like some weird shit. He'll just say shit to you because he think he's being funny, my nigga. And, like, he expects you to joke back with him. It's not like he's not bullying you. He's just, like, this Degrassi type of thing with Drake is like, nah. Oh my God. Somebody says, Aiden and Drake playing act about his drinking. I don't, bro. There's nothing I could say, bro. Like it's like nothing. It's nothing I say will like make y'all just want me to go with y'all narratives. What's the narrative y'all want me to go with? I'll probably just go with it. Y'all want a narrative that says Drake is treating me like an adopted child that he don't want to claim? Is that, bro? Like first, I'm a grown man, bro. Bro, I'm one of the most successful, if not the most successful media personality. He's the most successful rapper. Bro, I don't got to ask him for shit. He don't got to ask me for shit. I think we have an understanding. I think we have a pretty good relationship. Our relationship, I think, helps him business-wise, helps me business-wise. We're probably not going to be the best of friends. Not on something we don't like each other or hate each other, whatever. It's just, bro, at times I'm going to have to critique him. Like, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to be like, I've told you where the disrespect would be. I'm telling you, if Drake does an interview with Drink Champs and he don't follow up with something with me, yeah, I'm going to be like, damn, this nigga's fake as shit. I'm telling you. So I'm clip it now. Y'all can put it in whatever little docu-series forever. Do it now. But him doing an interview with, like, say the bars, you know that Barstool interview where this one guy be just like dressing weird? I don't give a fuck because they're not talking about nothing. But a hip hop interview, yo. Somebody said I'm letting these comments, but I'm not letting them bother me. I'm just kind of addressing them for content, I guess. Somebody said the narrative is you're the biggest in rap media. He's the biggest in rap and does not respect your line of work. Let me, okay. Okay, you guys tell me how that is, though, that he doesn't respect my line of work. I feel like y'all just want me to say more to, like, get whatever agenda y'all have going on. Like, put it like this. That whole thing about the ghostwriting shit where people are trying to incorrectly claim that he ghost, what song? No Kia was ghostwritten. Bro, our team didn't even see it. Drake hit us to clear it up. Like, he's sending us his DMs. Again, I know for y'all want me and Drake in the club hugged up like it's me and 6ix9ine, pause. Bro, I don't know how you could say he doesn't respect what we do when he's literally giving us also info that's going to be exclusives. And I know somebody will be like, no, he's using you. Bro, we're the media. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, if Donald Trump only talked through me, would he be using me, or is it like a plus for me? Like, or is it like both the same thing? I don't know, bro. Like, niggas just want me to. Somebody say if you really big, oh, y'all are trolling me. Say if you really big act, you should be now be able to say, look, Drake, you're on the shit list. I'm big act. Why do we have these expectations of like the top tier rappers? Cole does no interviews. Matter of fact, he just put out a podcast with him and his manager. Kendrick did something with Harper Bazaar or whatever that was. What do you want me to do? K-Dot would not do this to you? Like, do what? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I try to at least make y'all a little bit understanding because, again, as I said, there are, like, chat, of course, if Drake came out and said, fuck academics, if Drake came out and dissed me like how Baby dissed me in the song, I would react the same way I reacted with Baby. They're like, I think y'all know that, though. Y'all don't think that? Y'all think remember, you know how Baby dissed me on his album? It's Only Me. If Drake did the same, you don't think I would do that? I would do the exact same thing. Y'all are acting like I have like this extreme Stockholm syndrome. And I'm like, no. Somebody said Stephen A. LeBron. Hey, you can compare us to that. Yo, DJ Squeeze is on the short dude with the dreads from Freedom Street. What up, bro? I remember you. Somebody says, Ak and Drake's relationship is like hot dogs and ketchup. Bro, I'm going to be honest. Like, one thing I'll say is that, man, I'm just not the person who I feel like I would just buckle to this idea of turn on, like switch on this guy. Right? Somebody said we trolling. Okay, all right, cool. I think Stephen A. liked LeBron for a long time, but here's the thing. The reason why I said me and Drake are like Stephen A. and LeBron, even though I thought Skip and LeBron was a good comparison too, but I guess Skip fell out of the conversation, is that, like, you see what Elliott Wilson is trying to be with Drake? If I didn't like Drake, I'd be his biggest hater too. But, like, I'd be the biggest hater that he has to address. You see, Elliott Wilson, like, with all due respect to him, like, even Drake hit me one time, was just like, yo, Ak, I would never clear this up just because I wouldn't give this goof the privilege of knowing that I'm going to comment it on him. And Drake is just saying that he don't think Elliott Wilson holds no weight. Me, nigga, you know how I do with artists. Nigga would have to talk about me. So me, I'm going to be the biggest fan of the biggest hater. But regardless, Stephen A. LeBron. I'll take that. Plug Scope says, you have literally a page dedicated to protecting Drake's image. Disrespected K-Dot's wife on multiple occasions. Who disrespected K-Dot's wife? So as Drake's not a little baby. You tried to what? You tried to not promote his album to prove a point, but Nokia went #1 without your help. What? Wait, J-Dub, I don't get the point you're trying to say. Listen. So I said, if someone made a compilation of every time you insulted Drake, it would be very long. When him and Party dropped, you didn't stream or post for a week, but you stayed up for Cardi's album. Hey, I'm glad you're mentioning this. Because everybody's giving me the Stockholm Syndrome. Like, even, you know when people send me stuff? Yo, even Grant and them, they'll send me stuff. Oh, Drake broke a record. I'm like, bro, like, I'm no more Drake posts. Like, I don't post it on the big page purposely because I'm like, oh, they're going to call it just dick riding. So I turned down posting a lot of stuff for Drake because, like, I understand we talk about him a lot. And y'all already say I'm dick riding. I'm like, let me not make it seem like I'm overly dick riding, right? But yeah, I've critiqued Drake a lot of times. Bro, I went so hard for I went so hard for Cardi's album. I knew Drake, listen, I know Drake knew that because when Drake called me in the club, he called me FaceTime, and he said, the first thing he said, yo, Ak. And I ain't gonna lie, he was still making the duck lips. I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell, Drake? He says, who's your GOAT? Like, he kept saying it. It's like, who's your GOAT? And I was just like, now that he's asking me, I can't really say him. Like, if he's not asking me, I'm like, nah, Drake's the best. But he's like asking me directly, I'm like, this is too much glaze. I can't give him the glaze when he's asking for the glaze. No. And then and I was like, yo, it's good, bro. And he says to me, what he said? He's like, yo, I got that back. And I was like, what? Because I had told him, I said, yo, Grand page got hacked, so I don't know if they're going to, I know Grand panicking right now because I know whatever communications you and him have and me and you have, these are private shit. I'm going to try to get the page back. I'm hitting all my reps. I don't know if you got any reps, please. Like, you know what I mean? They wouldn't look good for you either, right? I would think. And he was like, yo, I'm on it. So he got the page. Drake got Grand page back. So he calls me in the club. He's like, who's your GOAT? I'm like, all right, man, you're not gonna force the glaze out of me. Pause. But then he's like, oh yeah, I got Grant's page back. I got the password and everything. And then he says to me, yo, he was just like, no, I just ask you who's your GOAT because you've been going kind of crazy recently. Like, you've been promoting all time. And I could get the sense he was saying, nigga, you were going dumb hard for Cardi, which I did. I definitely, I went so hard for Cardi. But also, me and Cardi was talking all along, and I think I do that for all people I fuck with. I'll go pretty hard for and pause by the way, for YoungBoy. Like I'm gonna tap in with YoungBoy. We probably do the same for that. But I told Drake, I said, don't worry, we're doing the same for your solo album. All right, I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna pick some tracks, and I just go hard for anything I believe in. Like Cardi performed the entire album for me. Cardi's telling me things specifically. He got me sold on the project. Not just as a media member, just as someone who fucks with him. So, yeah, I'm going to tweet out, this shit is fire, which it was, and I still think it is. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Drake got Grand Page back twice, because they got Grand Page back once, and then Grand didn't change the email, and they hacked it again, and Drake got it back again. So, shout out to Drake, man. Yo, listen. I'm mad, open and honest with y'all. If Drake was violating me, I would tell y'all. All right. Okay, y'all don't care, man. But I did tell Drake, I said, yo, there's a few artists, chat, I'm going to tell you right now. There's a few artists, when y'all see me going, it's a full-on campaign for the album. Me and YB, bruv. Full campaign. I want nobody to say nothing. We're going crazy with it. We're gonna get my nigga where he needs to be. Shout out to YB. When YB drop, he's getting the full package. Pause. So a full campaign for him. By the way, this is nothing paid. That's my man's. I'm gonna be tapped in with his album and everything rolling out, and we're going up with that shit. Now the only way I don't do that is if I listen and it's ass. But I'm going to listen to it way before to tell him to correct it. Because Cardi even told me that. Cardi said, the reason why I want to play it to you is that I know if you don't like it, you're going to say, yo, go back and do some shit. So if YB shit is fire, I'm telling you, don't even follow me on social media that week when I'm done gassing it, all right? Drake next solo, don't even follow me on social media for the next week. When Drake's about to drop that solo. Like, I'm going crazy. Savage's project, that's my man's. I'm going bananas. Who else? Who else my man's I got to go crazy for? Who else my man's? Me and 6ix9ine, whatever. You know, like, I'll turn it for anything. Like, especially, I like the last song, the Papa song. Who else? Give me another name. Yeah, 21 Savage. That's my man. Who else? Uzi? Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, like, me and Uzi don't talk all the time, but if we lock in for this joint, because I know he's cooking. Ooh, Rod Wave's my guy. I ain't gonna lie though, Rod Wave fuck with me, but it's never like, yo, fuck with me to hype my music up. He's just like, yo, Ak, I fuck with you because, like, you a fair nigga. Like, he's never done that, but I do like his music, too. He's always shown me love. And by the way, listen, for anybody who get mad at that, for the dudes who have been solid with me, who I like their music, and they're real ones with me, I'm going to gas their music up. Like, there's nothing else. All these labels, like, you know what I mean, I have good business with them and shit. I don't necessarily need to hype up one over the other. My friends and people who I like, I'm going to go hard. Anyway. Okay, all right. Y'all trolling me now. Y'all got a link with Kodak, too. Shout out to Kodak. I ain't gonna lie. If Dirk got out, too. But I would have to give YB, like, pause. Like, the full package, pause. That sounds gay, don't it? Damn. I just think that... all right, hold on. Let me keep playing.
All right, say less then. Say
Hard
less.
act. If you don't got a call, hold on a second.
Skulls is dope.
Alright,
Bye,
Ak.
Ak.
We love you.
Okay, come on, bro. It's time to actually get this money.
My condo
Where's he at?
held me down inside Toronto.
Where's Smiley at? Where's
I don't
Schmigs?
know. Phone numbers.
Holy
I
fuck,
had
bro.
you. Okay.
You got another shot? It shot a clock. Hey, how much-
Okay. So anyway, I know everything I just said today is just gonna keep the narratives going on. Right, he's still my favorite artist. I think, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think I speak for me and my team. We have a good working relationship with Drake. I think I could probably safely say that the biggest artist, who I still think is the biggest artist, Drake. I think we are the exclusive proprietors of all news or sources that's gonna be from him. And I respect it, and I think that's worth its weight in gold. Yeah, I get it. Y'all want to see me and him ride jet skis around in Turks like we're friends. I get it. Maybe that will happen one day, but listen, I'm okay if it don't happen like that. Okay? It's fine. All right? And salute to everybody who's on my team, who, by just general proximity, they work with him as well. Shout out to Grant as well, okay? We'll keep it like that. Somebody said, act so obsessed with these guys. He has a name for it. The full packet. Yeah, that sounded gay. All right. Let's get to Take Care. Are y'all done with the Drake shit? I felt like I tried to explain and to lower the level of Glaze-a-thon y'all thought I was applying to Drake, but y'all might have just heard that 20, 30-minute spiel and say, oh, hell nah. We just heightened it. Like, this nigga's glazing. This nigga is like a glazed donut. But it's all good. Somebody said, don't let Aiden little bro you. Do y'all think that was happening, bro? Okay. All right, we will get to some stuff on the